Welcome to another edition of Today's Religious Truth. I'm Francis Nye. Every week, Today's Religious Truth highlights religion's role in intolerance and oppression throughout the world. So let's get started. This week's topic: it appears that secularism is on the rise worldwide. The director of the Institute for the Study of Secularism in Society and Culture at Trinity College in Connecticut created a focus study on non-believers. The research focused on various groups including atheists, agnostics, and humanists, as well as those who simply are indifferent to religion. The study shows that secularists make up about 15% of the global population today. That is about 1 billion people. This puts secularists third behind Muslims with 1.6 billion followers, and Christians in first place with 2.3 billion. This heightened public profile in non-believers may be contributing to the shrinking number of religious believers. Churches in the United States are losing up to 1 million members each year. In Europe, the decline in church members is even greater. The number of non-religious people, those who do not believe in God or any other higher power, has reached about 40% in countries like France and about 27% in Germany. By all accounts, the number of non-believers is growing. By now, non-believers have infiltrated churches. In a survey conducted by the Protestant Church in Germany, they found that 3% of Protestants did not believe in God. Some sociologists say that non-believers tend to be more ethical than religious people, thus debunking the myth that atheists are immoral people. On average, non-believers are more commonly opposed to the death penalty, war, and even discrimination. And they also have fewer objections to foreigners, homosexuals, and oral sex. What is even more surprising is that researchers have found that non-believers know more about God than the believers themselves do. This is the conclusion suggested by a recent Pew Research Center survey of U.S. citizens. Even when the higher education levels of the non-religious were factored out, they proved to be better informed in matters of faith and Scripture, followed next by the Jewish and then Mormon believers. Is it any wonder that secularism is on the rise? With today's technology, it is easy for people to research almost any topic and get the news almost instantaneously. False claims made by religious leaders no longer slip by undetected. They can be easily fact-checked before one even leaves the building using today's smartphones. With today's advances in science, no longer is humankind in the dark about the forces of nature either. When lightning strikes, we all understand that it is not Zeus's anger or the wrath of some unseen spirit. Most educated people find it ridiculous, even insulting, sometimes when faithful leaders make outrageous claims like Hurricane Katrina was the wrath of God. Claims like these cause people to shake their heads and walk away from their faith. They see them for what they really are, nothing but scare tactics. Also today, religious people are waking up and starting to understand more and more that religion is creating more harm to our political dynamic, like that of the evangelical Christians and their grip on the GOP. They further understand that religion is also stifling our educational system with religious nonsense like the pseudoscience of creationism, wasting valuable time teaching two conflicting theories, that of intelligent design and the other, evolution. People also understand that religion is hindering scientific breakthroughs by blocking attempts to find cures for life-threatening diseases with ridiculous protests against medical advancements into stem cell research. Many find it repulsive that there is so much hate against the gay community also, and the distasteful treatment of women as second-class citizens, that they must be submissive to their male counterparts. First-century ideologies like these are finding it more and more difficult to survive in the 21st century. Overall, more and more people understand that religion, for the most part, is like a great lake of gasoline, that it only takes one person to ignite this volatile construct of beliefs, thereby causing pointless wars, terrorism, and global destabilization that threatens the welfare of all of humanity. For the most part, people realize that with all that's wrong in the world today, most of those problems can be laid at the footsteps of religion. With that being said, I am not really shocked to see that the number of non-believers is on the rise. Are you? Well, that's it for me. This is Francis Nye, and I will see you next week on today's Religious Truth Weekly. Don't forget to check out the rest of the blog and join us on Facebook.